everyone, welcome today again. Today we are going to talk about something very important that we normally do on tankers and also on other ships also. You must be entering into enclosed spaces. So we are going to talk a little bit about how to prepare your tanks to go inside with regard to the gas atmospheres, okay, not with regard to the tank cleaning part. We'll be only discussing about the gas freeing parts, inerting, purging and all those things. We'll be discussing about that. So today we'll try to learn how do we actually prepare our tanks after it's already clean. How do you prepare your tanks for entering into that, making a man entry. There are a lot of things which we have to take into consideration when we are doing that. You have to see the gases, you have to see the oxygen, you have to see the flammability diagrams. So we will go one by one, and let's first start with the flammability diagram and see what is flammability diagram and why do we talk about it and how does it help us in preparing our tanks. Okay, so today we are going to talk about flammability diagram. As we mentioned earlier, that if you have to enter inside the tanks, we have to see a lot of things. We have to make sure that when you are preparing your tanks, they do not come into danger zones and you do not compromise on safeties. Okay, so today we are going to talk about this flammability diagram. This is our flammability diagram which we have made over here. So let's go ahead and try to understand what all these diagrams, what are these markings are here. So as you can see, this is a graph over here. On this one axis, that is y axis, you can say you have got hydrocarbon percentage by volume. Okay, so we have got this hydrocarbon percentage by volume. So like 15 over here denotes we have got 15% of hydrocarbon in our tank. Okay, and 10 denotes 10%. Like this is 5 and somewhere it will be 2 and then it will be 0. Then we have got another axis over here. This axis is for oxygen. So this denotes oxygen percent by volume in the tank. So as we can see over here, this is 0, 5, 10, 11, 15 and 20.9 and 21. So we know that the oxygen which is there in our atmosphere is 20.9. So you can only enter in a tank when it is 20.9. So that's why we have got 20.9 and 21 over here. So this is the x-axis over here for oxygen, y-axis is for hydrocarbon. And now we see this line over here which is inclined to this. This denotes that as your hydrocarbon percentage keeps on increasing, your oxygen will keep reducing in the tank. Okay, so as your hydrocarbon is increasing, your oxygen will keep reducing. That's why this line is inclined over here. And now let's start with our discussion, or let's see how do we prepare our tank. So whenever we have finished discharging, whenever you finish discharging, your tanks will be in hydrocarbons. Your tanks will be having lot of hydrocarbons, and you will have put IG into your tank, so you will have inert gas. So basically your tanks will be in inert conditions. Okay, so we have taken a condition in one of this thing, that your condition is like this. Now you have got hydrocarbon, about 10% we are taking hydrocarbon you have got in your tanks, and you have got oxygen which is about 4%. So normally you will be supplying IG with 5%, so your tanks will be less than 5% to oxygen. So we have taken a scenario where our tank condition is this red, this dot you can see over here. This is the tank condition presently, and now we have to enter this tank. Okay, we have to enter a tank, so we need to have an atmosphere over here. We need to have an atmosphere where your oxygen is 20.9, or basically you have got full oxygen and your hydrocarbon gases will be 0. So now we will see how to come from this point to this point, and what are the right ways and wrong ways of doing these things. Also you can see here one more thing. This is a small curve we see. Okay, we see this small curve. I have marked this as a danger zone. Why I say this is a danger zone? Because anytime your tank atmosphere is inside this curve, your tank is susceptible for an explosion or fire. You can have a fire or you can have explosion if there is a source of ignition. That is why our main aim in this whole diagram is to stay outside of this red color zone which I have drawn over here, which is the flammability mixture. So basically inside this you have got right combinations of oxygen and hydrocarbons for explosion or fire. So our main aim is to stay outside this area whenever we are coming to gas free mode. So we will be starting now. So as I just now mentioned, so now our aim is to bring our tank atmosphere to maximum hydrocarbons, okay, to 20.9 or 21% hydrocarbon, and have minimum or zero hydrocarbons inside the tank. So now this is the process we will be starting. So first let's see what is the wrong way of doing it. Wrong way of doing it, or you can say the shortest way. So you know, whenever you take shortcuts, you are taking risks. So the risk, what risk we will be taking here if you take shortcut? Shortcut means your tank has got about 10% hydrocarbon and you have got 4% oxygen. Now you want to take shortcut, and what you do, you directly put air, because you want to make your tank gas free. So you put air directly. This is the direct gas free method, okay. So you are putting directly, you're putting the air over here, and then what happens, slowly your hydrocarbons will keep reducing and your oxygen will keep increasing. So as we are coming down this graph, your hydrocarbons are reducing, but your oxygen is increasing. As the graph is slanting down, hydrocarbons are coming less and oxygen is increasing. So we are coming here, and at this point over here, what happens, we are entering a flammable zone, flammable mixture zone, and your tank will come in this range for some time. So that is the danger tank. You are taking this is the risk we are taking, and you can lose life, you can lose your ship, you can have big explosions. So this is the wrong way of doing it, but you will reach to 21% by taking this risk. That is why I have marked cross over here. So this is the wrong way of doing. Directly you input air inside your tank. So this is the wrong way of doing it. Now let's see what is the right way of doing it. Okay, so right way of doing it, first you have to purge your tank. Okay, we will purge. What happens when you purge your tanks? When you are purging, you are inputting IG into your tanks, and you will take out all your hydrocarbons. So basically I am putting an IG which has got oxygen about less than 5%. So I am inputting that IG in the tanks. So what will happen is all the hydrocarbons will be displaced and you will have oxygen, you will have IG in your tanks. So at one point when your hydrocarbons will be close to 2%, you can input air now. Okay, now you have got 2% of your tank is become now, your tank atmosphere has become 2% of volume by gas, and that is the right time to input air, and then we will increase the oxygen. So let's see, this is the right way as I discussed now. So over here, instead of going this wrong way, we will go in the right way. That is why I have ticked over here right way, that is called purging. So first process is purging. So what we do is we dilute it with IG. So in our tank we will be putting IG, and what happens is, as you know, inert gas, the oxygen content is less than 5%. So your O2 content will not be increasing. You see here, it is coming almost straight, it's coming down, so your oxygen will remain same. But what will happen is your hydrocarbon, we are coming down. You can see over here, it's coming right down like this, and we come to this point. This is about 2%. I have taken as a general, when it comes to about 2% by volume, this is the right time to put your air in the tanks. So first we will do purging. In purging, we will dilute it with IG, and then when we check with our gas meters, your volume has come to about 2%. That is the time we will be changing the tanks from gas purging mode to gas free mode. Okay, so gas free mode means we will be inputting the air now, right, inputting air into the tanks, right into the tanks. So from this time, when you start inputting air, this is called gas free mode. So first we come down, then we start moving rightwards. So this is the longer way of doing it, but this is the safer way of doing it. So once you input air, what happens is your hydrocarbons of course will start falling down, but you will have your oxygen increasing now. You can see here 5, 10, 11, like this it will keep increasing, and you will come to 20.9. that is what is our aim, to reach this point. So this is how we should do gas freeing of a tank. First we should do the purging, and then we should do the gas freeing. Now we have got one other line over here which says critical dilution air. So what happens in this, we are again taking some risk with some calculated risk. What happens is we are diluting with IG, but we are not waiting for the tank to come down to about 2%. We are coming to less than 5%, 3%, 4%, and then you are taking some risk. We start diluting it with the air. So at this point, we decide to, when your hydrocarbons comes to less than 5%, about 4%, 3%, you decide to put air in the tank. So what happens, you see, we will start following this line, but then this line comes very close to this flammable zone. So maybe you might enter this zone, you might not enter this zone. That is why this is called critical dilution here. So this is the, if you start doing it less than 5%, 3%, 4%, then you are coming very close to this flammable zone. So the only right way to do is when your tanks are about 2% by volume. So this is the time you should do. And as you can see, this flammable zone, your if your oxygen is less than 11%, roughly if your oxygen is less than 11%, you are very well clear of this. But what happens is, our ISGOT says that the supply of oxygen in the tank should always be less than 5%, and your tank's atmosphere should always be less than 8%. That is the requirement. So your tank's atmosphere are always less than 8%. So if you see in this diagram, if your tank is about 8% somewhere here, you are very well clear of this flammable mixture zone, or the danger zone, what I call is danger zone over here. So if you have 8%, you are very well clear. And if your tank atmosphere is about 5%, you are very well clear of this danger zone. So I hope we have understood this flammability diagram, what happens here, how do we come down, how do we purge the tanks, how do we gas free the tanks. Now later in the video we will be seeing how we actually do the gas freeing, how do we actually do the purging on ships. So in later next in the video we will see how we do the gas